Good morning, you're listening to Nothing Personal with Nikki King. This is Monday morning and it's 9:30. Good morning to everyone. It's the school holidays, so I hope you're not been woken up too early by your kids. Usually my kids lie until lunchtime anyway. And our show's coming at you, sponsored by Hot Yoga for You. And Fuzzbox Designs, and we're part of the Women in Business, Wairarapa Women in Business group, which is a Facebook community. And also we have this show, and we meet up on the first Friday of the month at Clareville Bakery. So, if you want to come along and meet us, you can meet us on the first Friday of the month, or you can join the Facebook group, Wairarapa Women in Business. Or you can just, you can do either of those things. Anyway, then this morning, we've got a very special guest, and it is Na, and she's from CrossFit Manaya. Good morning, Na.
Good morning, Nikki. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, and do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and a bit about CrossFit Manaya? Am I getting that right?
Yep, no, perfect.
Cool.
Yep, so I guess my name is Na Peter, and I am a fitness professional, I guess you would call it. I've been in the industry for 20 years. I began working at just a normal gym as a personal trainer and just on the floor doing things. I've managed a few gyms as well, and then decided I would change my vocation and become a nurse.
There you go.
As you do.
Still a caring profession, though.
Exactly.
Not much of a change. Well,
no,
I suppose there is.
I think I wanted to just try and get a little bit more on the medical side of it. So we did that, and then I've been a nurse for the last 3 years, I think it is.
Okay.
So me and my partner, Ellen, we are from Wellington originally and moved here 4 years ago.
Yep.
So we moved here and decided that we wanted a bit of a lifestyle change, work-life balance, and decided that we wanted to open up our own, I guess, community of like-minded people, which kind of bred, first we were called Wairarapa Functional Fitness.
Yep.
So that then turned into CrossFit Manaya. So we became CrossFit Manaya Limited last year.
Yep.
So we've been open a year as CrossFit Manaya Limited. Yeah. So the business itself has been open for 3 years.
Yep.
Started from nothing and had, I think, 5 members, and now we've grown to just over 50.
Wow, that's quite a lot, yeah.
So yeah, it's good. And the community side of it is the thing that we, I guess, promote the most.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about CrossFit, because I've heard about it, and well, actually, I experienced it on Saturday.
Yes, you did.
I did, yeah. But I'd heard about it before, but didn't know exactly what it was, and some our viewers out in the ether might like to know what that is. So what is CrossFit?
So CrossFit is a mixture of functional movements to make your everyday life better for yourself. Yeah. So we do a range of things like gymnastics movements, body weighted movements. We use barbells, dumbbells, kettlebells, all sorts of different things. But basically what it is, it's a group environment session with a coach, and we focus on just making you fit for everyday life. So getting you stronger for picking things up off the ground, putting things up onto shelves, lifting your washing, all of those kind of things. Yeah. So we focus on that side of it, is the functional side of exercise, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the thing, I actually went along, so I did go along at the weekend, and it was really good fun. And I thought I was going to die, but I didn't die. I'm here.
You didn't die. I didn't
die. I'm here. And it was really cool. Actually, what I found was really good about the CrossFit was, even though it was like there was a set of loads of things that you had to do, you had somebody help. Everybody was very supportive of each other, no matter what level they were at. Yeah. And that was really cool. That's a really nice thing about what I felt.
And I think that's the key to the classes, is that everybody's there to get themselves fit, but they're also there to be a part of the community and to help everybody else out and encourage everybody else along. Yeah. So it's a good environment to be in. It's a positive environment.
Yeah. So is there a philosophy of that in CrossFit that everybody that's actually sort of part of the
the ethos,
the business
I guess.
model.
Yeah. One of the key words is you never leave anybody behind.
Oh, yeah.
So the last person always gets the biggest cheer, and it's kind of just the way it is. So you could have the fittest person doing the workout in the fastest time, and they finish, and everyone congratulates them. But it's the person that's coming last that gets the biggest congratulation, and everybody's. You know, when you were there on Saturday, you saw everybody come out and run with me because I was the last person on Saturday. Yeah. But that's how it is. It's about encouraging those that may be a little bit slower than you, but that doesn't mean that that just might be their weakness.
Yeah, that's right.
Whereas they may be stronger at something else. So,
well, that's right, because there was a good mixture of running and exercise as well on the thing that I did. Because was it a lesser sort of
scaled down version?
Yeah.
So,
and also it was a Saturday. You're saying it was a more cruisy day.
Yeah. So Saturday's normally a partner workout or a team workout where you get to work with somebody different, and it's generally a little longer sometimes, but a little bit less, I guess, more fun.
Yes.
Not that it's not fun during the week, but it's a little less pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
So, it was, and Saturday we did gunny, which was a hero wad. Yeah. So.
And what's that? Do you want to explain that?
A hero wad. So a hero wad in CrossFit is a wad that's been designed for a male who has lost their life to the battle. Yeah. It began when there were a lot of American soldiers that had wads made out of them for them, but we now have a few New Zealand Kiwis that have been, I guess, given the prestige of having their own workout designed for them. So we do them in times like Anzac Day. We generally do one. Commemorative days that America have, Saturdays because they're longer times and just things like that. We also have things called the Nasty Girls.
That sounds interesting.
So they are designed around women who have done some amazing things in CrossFit. Yeah. So they're quite interesting to do as well.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to meet one of those nasty girls, eh? Ooh.
Yeah. So they're quite interesting.
And lots of people have tried to get me into doing exercise because I come across all these people in my business. Sherry, I'm going to come to yoga tonight. I've got it down on my list tonight. Yeah, because I'm going to need to get. I realised actually how inflexible I was on Saturday. Yeah, so I do need yoga as well. But it took. You guys got me over the doorstep, and you said that's the most important thing. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and you can see me, guys. I became unfit. I used to play hockey about 8 years ago. Played for Featherstone and played for Delfield Women's Social, I just through circumstances became unfit and overweight again. So, and it's took me a while to come over the doorstep. And you guys it was really welcoming to go to CrossFit. It was good.
I think the biggest worry for people is that CrossFit has had these. They have the CrossFit Games, and if you YouTube CrossFit, you see these amazing athletes that have got these shredded bodies, and everyone thinks, well, I'm not fit enough to do that. But I think that's the epitome of CrossFit. They are athletes that train 3 to 4 times a day. That's their job. It's just like any other athlete that gets paid to do what they do. And we do CrossFit, but we do it down to a scaled version where it's doable for everybody, with whatever your size, shape, age. I mean, we have members who are in their 50s, beating some of the members that are in their 20s. So that's the beauty of it.
And there are quite a lot of young. Look, I took my son along, Sam, and he enjoyed himself down there. And there are a lot of young people who get unfit through no fault of their own. Yeah. And I know that my son has never really been a big fan of exercise, but he really enjoyed himself too.
I think that's the hardest thing is I wasn't an active teenager either. No. So, and my mum was a single mum who basically didn't have time to, I guess, be able to drop me from here, there and everywhere. So it just became, that's just what it was.
Yeah, that's right.
So I never really got into fitness until I was in my last year of college and I started martial arts. Similar kind of environment. very much a community spirited environment where, you know, you training within the group, but you still have your coach and you doing things individually as well.
Yeah.
So I guess in a sense, it sort of is similar to CrossFit community.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very easy for people to become either unfit or just not have fitness in their lives.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just...
Because he used to skate quite a lot, which kept him quite lean. But and I think what he enjoyed, from what I could see, what he enjoyed about it was that he had his own goals and his own thing and his own pace. Yep. Unlike PE at school, where you beat with a stick.
Yeah, yeah. Where you're told this is what you have to do.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how fast you have to go. Or
exactly.
All those kind of things. So,
exactly.
Yeah, no, it's good. And, you know, we have this big thing about having... our children that are unfit and things, so the more that we can promote healthy lifestyles, I think is the best way to do it. So,
and is there any sort of nutritional advice along with CrossFit? Does that take that in as well? Yeah,
so we tend to live on the clean living lifestyle, I guess. So I know we talked a little bit on last week about being on a diet and how we don't agree with diets.
Yeah, that's right.
That it's a lifestyle change, and that eating vegetables and fruit and meat and all those kind of things is just the way it should be.
Exactly.
And probably just looking at your serving sizes and cutting out sugar. Sugar being the evil non-necessity that we don't need in our lives.
It is. And, you know, everybody went for breakfast afterwards, big breakfast. It was really nice, and everybody was so friendly.
I think what we promote is eating.
Yeah. And
that, you know, you're eating to fuel your body. So it's not about not eating this or not eating that. It's about making sure you've got the right nutrients that are going to fuel your body to be able to do your session tomorrow or go to work and be able to work right tomorrow. So, it's about the correct fresh foods, and we're lucky in Wairarapa because we have great meat, great vegetables, fruit.
Oh, we do.
It's amazing. So
even from coming from England, the meat and the vegetables. I was talking to somebody about that at the weekend actually. That the food here is a lot better than it was in the UK. We'd get sort of nasty meat that didn't really taste of anything, where you've got a lot of flavour in the foods here as well. And I was hungry on Saturday.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, so
very
eating's
hungry. after that workout, I was like, oh my goodness, I was tired.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I did. I was expecting to feel more sore than I did. I didn't feel too sore, so that was good. But I did feel like my whole body had had a workout. Yep. So whereas, you know, when you do running, you just feel like your legs or your back have done it. Whereas I felt like everything.
It's an overall...
Yeah, that was impressive.
Overall workout.
Yeah.
Working your... And I think that, you know, when we talked a little bit about your mind too, about it being able to turn off a little bit because you're in there and you're focusing on yourself and what you're doing, and then able to just kind of relax for the rest of the day and not have to think about what else is going on around you.
I was so relaxed. I just sat on the chair, watched my husband keep the fire going because he'd obviously not done CrossFit.
Not yet.
Sam disappeared into his bedroom. But he said he wasn't going to play his guitar, but he did.
Yeah.
So good on him, because that's a bit of news. We've got a new guitarist for our band. So and our Sam is going to come and play, which so will be 3 kings and a Heath, which will be pretty cool. But yeah, that's cool. So there were some really fun warm-up games as well. The stick game. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was so good, such good fun.
So hand and eye coordination is a key thing. So we do things that test your accuracy. Yeah. So things like that. Like I said, Saturdays is generally a little bit more fun, so we try and put a bit of a fun workout game beforehand, break the ice a little bit too, because generally we have a few people that are new, or we have people that come from the other classes that don't know the other people in the other classes. So just, a bit of an icebreaker. And
so do people tend to pick the classes that they like and go to those then? Yeah,
so what will happen is, so we have a CrossFit class, and then we have a CrossFit Light class. And the CrossFit Light class is a beginner's entry into CrossFit, is what we're calling it. It's a little bit slower paced, and it's got less barbell work in it. So for those people that have never done CrossFit before, we generally do some introductory sessions with you one-on-one, and then we will let you go, I guess, into the CrossFit Light class.
Yeah.
That way you can sort of ease yourself into it, and you're in with people that are sort of in the same level as you as well. So you've got people also that come to the CrossFit class which can't come to 5:30 p.m. because of families, young kids and things, so generally get up and come to the 5:30 a.m. class. So a lot of people have their time slots that they can only do, so it's often that they don't meet the other people in the other time slots. So that's why Saturday and when we do social functions are really good for people to meet each other.
It sounds it, It sounds pretty cool. And there's lots of things that didn't get used when I was there at the weekend that I'm thinking,
oh, you want to get your hands on?
Well, what do they do? How are they going to punish me with that?
Punish you?
I'm only joking. There's rings and weights and machines. But it's not like a conventional gym.
No.
And what was quite nice was that, pardon me if you love the gym, but it's not like there wasn't like loads of gym bunny types. It was like it's just pretty straightforward, and you can just go and do your workout.
You just do what you want to. You wear what you want to wear. However, CrossFit do have we've got a bit of a shoe fetish. We like the CrossFit shoes, and
so do you have is there shoes that you can buy that are CrossFit shoes?
They're a little bit different than a normal runner type shoe. They've got a little bit more support in the foot for things like squats and having your foot flat on the floor, so that there's no arch. So just little things like that when you're in CrossFit, those are the kind of things that you know about. What else? All the equipment there we use generally through the week in some way or form. So the workouts are different every day. The morning and afternoon classes will do the same workout, and then it's a different workout the next day.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And so you're saying you do the light classes, are they just evenings or?
Yep, a Tuesday and Thursday evening at 6:40.
Right, okay, so they're after the 5:30.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you want to tell everybody at home whereabouts you are?
So we are in Edwin Feast Place.
Yep.
Excuse me if that's not how you say it, but off Namatawa Road.
Yep.
So we are in an industrial area, which is quite cool because there's no traffic. We can make as much noise as we like, and it's a nice place for if you've got kids. They can kind of ride their scooters around, and we're quite lucky where we are. Our space is easy to find and
easy to park,
which is the biggest thing.
And quiet street to run in.
Yes, quiet street to run in. Yes,
or walk if you're me. But I did walk quite a bit. Walk quite a way, and it was good. I had a partner. I don't remember her name.
Mandy.
Yeah, she was lovely.
Shout out to Mandy.
Yeah, shout out to Mandy. I hope because you said you were at home. Hello. You'll probably get me back when you see me next.
Yeah.
But it was definitely something that I could, and if you like me and you're just a little bit a lot unfit, it is good. I enjoyed it. It's good.
And that's the key. Is to enjoying it because you can do exercise and then hate it, but it's not going to be long term if you hate it.
No, it's not. You've got to change your life, haven't you?
Yeah.
Cool. So when somebody comes to you, do you give them an assessment on their fitness? Or?
Yep. So at the moment, what happens is they have a minimum of 3 sessions with a trainer before they start. The trainer will then, our coaches, we will then assess what things we need to work on. We do some baseline fitness tests, and they're to do with CrossFit. So they're things that test you within the classes, and then we move on from there. So some people, if they've done CrossFit before, will just go into the CrossFit classes. Most people will go into the CrossFit Light classes just to ease their way into it, and it's just an easier way of starting people off.
And so they'll assess your fitness, and then they'll say, right, you do this instead of that.
Yeah, so every class is scaled down or scalable. So if we were in the same class, we would do the same workout, but we would just do different exercises or different weights. So like on Saturday, we all did the same workout, but some people did a shorter run. Some people did what else did we do? A different type of push-up. Some did it on their toes, some did it on their knees. And then same with the sit-ups. Some did assisted and some did just normal sit-ups. So everything's like that. Every workout is scalable, and our coaches are able to say, okay, this is what you can do instead of that. This is the weight that you should be lifting instead of this one. Yeah.
So what drew you and Alan to CrossFit over anything? Because you said you'd done other fitness things before. So what drew you to that model?
So Alan was drawn there first.
He pulled you along, did he?
Yeah, pretty much. So he found it quite early, probably, I want to say 6 or 7 years ago, when it was first coming into New Zealand, and liked the way of training. It was very much the military did CrossFit style training, and with his job background, it was really good for him to do. So he did a few workouts on his own, and then pretty much got hooked into it and loved the side of the community side of it too. We then were living in Porirua still, so friends of ours opened up a CrossFit box in Porirua called WAF CrossFit. So we started with them, and just loved it. It was the community side. If you've ever done high end or been in a team where you've represented something, then it was a way of, I guess, challenging yourself again, but being in a group environment.
Yes.
So for those people that say they're not competitive, I think everybody's a little bit competitive when it comes to it.
And I think you have to be that to challenge yourself, because I saw people running and thinking, I'm going to do that one day.
Exactly.
And there's those role models. I think anything, because when I learned to play the trumpet when I was 25.
Wow.
I was 25 and I was in a brass band. I love doing music in a team situation. I'm not really a solo artist. I just enjoy that. I suppose the same with the CrossFit. I'm a team person. And I was challenged. My muse was the person who sat on the first row on the cornets, and I wanted to play like her. And I think you always have to have somebody you look up to challenge yourself to get to that. But you also have to have a very easy access point that's not to get in there if you're very overweight. You know, or from my experience.
And I think we've had people that have done really, really well in sport and then have given it up, and then needed something else to fill in that gap, I guess. So that's where I did Muay Thai for 15 years and fought for New Zealand and things like that. So once I retired from that, I thought I just need something a little bit different that's not going to probably be punching myself in the head. So
exactly,
CrossFit gave me that kind of buzz.
And you're still competing against people. You're still sort of trying to match the person in your class.
And you have those people in your class that you can challenge yourself against, and you're always going to do something. Like, there'll be something that you're really good at that they're not, and then there's something that they're really amazing at that you're not. So there's always that kind of edging in front and then edging back. So it keeps you really, really grounded, and it keeps your ego out very level.
And that was what was really nice about it. There was no edge, because there was lots of people that were really running with weights and things, but they're still giving me a high five. I walked my 800 metres, you know, and that was really, that's the good thing. There was no edge to it. There was no egos in that room at all.
One of our things is you leave your ego at the door when you walk through the door. So you could have the most amazing person come in, but no one cares. No one cares.
That was very interesting fact you just told me, that you represented New Zealand for Muay Thai.
I did.
So you want to tell me more about that?
That was long. Wow. So I fought, I've probably had 25 to 28 fights in the ring.
And is that kickboxing?
Yeah, so Muay Thai is a form of kickboxing. It's the true form of kickboxing. And I had a few New Zealand titles when I was younger.
Wow.
Yeah. So
dark horse.
Now it's out there now. Now everybody knows.
Well, you just put it out there on Wairarapa TV. Good on you. You heard it here first on the Nothing Personal Show. We get all the best guests.
So it was, so I guess CrossFit gave me that ability to be able to compete again. So I do a few CrossFit comps throughout the year. So there's heaps of CrossFit competitions throughout New Zealand that go on.
And do they start at different levels as well? Is there like a beginner's or a CrossFit?
Yeah.
Or a young person's CrossFit? Yeah. Because I know that my boy might get sort of...
Yeah. So they have teens CrossFit, and teens start from 13.
All right.
13 upwards to 17, I think it is. And then after that, you're obviously an adult. But there's many, many comps across New Zealand. There's ones that are obviously for those that are quite elite. And then there's what you call the beginning ones. There's a really good one in Hamilton coming up, actually, that we've got our teen Devon. is competing in that. He's probably going to kill me for saying that, but that's okay. He's competing at what we call Rising Stars.
Right.
So it's for anybody that's done 0 to up to a year's worth of CrossFit.
Oh, well, there you go. That could be me.
It could be.
I could do that.
That's right. See? All those little goals.
I know. Well, you've got to set yourself those things.
You do.
It's like business. I think business, you've got to, because not only is CrossFit your training, but you've got a business as well. And I think in business, you've got to set yourself goals and write them down and achieve those. Otherwise, you never get to where you're going.
Yeah. And, you know, you can have those goals of wanting to exercise because you want to lose weight and all those kind of things, but sometimes that's just not enough.
No.
It just doesn't drive you to get out the door on a -2, 5:30 a.m. in the morning, you know, whereas if you've got a competition come up, that kind of drives you a little bit harder to get there.
Well, you heard it here first. I want to be able to jump around more on stage.
Woo, yeah, that's a good
Because I get out of breath.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. And I'm asthmatic, so you have to take it quite I get out of breath quite easily.
Yeah.
Singing and trumpet playing helps. So if you want to go asthma, you could do all of that and go to CrossFit.
Exactly.
And your breathing will get better. But, I didn't feel challenged. I didn't feel like I didn't want to be there. I didn't feel sad. I felt really good for the whole weekend, actually.
Yep. There's all those good endorphins being pumped through your brain.
It was like doing a gig.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like the same sort of thing when you do a gig where you come off stage and you feel quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was very much like a post-gig buzz.
Yeah.
And then a bit of a post-gig come down in the afternoon where it's sort of...
You're thinking, okay, I've worked out, I'm a bit tired now.
Just going to chill.
Yeah, definitely.
But beautiful. And it's lovely surroundings there. You've got a nice gym and it's pretty cool. So... Tell me more about what else comes with CrossFit, because I know I got a little email and I signed up for something online. Yes, so you've got these things that help you online as well.
So we have a booking system that we run because in our class we have a maximum of 12 people.
Right.
12 people to one coach. Sometimes there's both me and Ellen. Our other coach is Dave. He coaches the CrossFit Light class.
Yep.
And he's been an amazing addition to our team because it's just been me and Ellen for the last 3 years.
Yeah. So
it's been really nice.
You're growing then.
And it's been really nice finding somebody that fits our community as well.
Yep.
So Dave came from within the community.
Oh, nice.
He is... I guess he's still a member, but he's a member. So he knew what our community was about. He knew what our ethos is. He knew, and he knew all our members already. So there was no way of them kind of not knowing who he was. So that's nice. He takes the CrossFit Light class. He's a bit of a gentle giant, so
so there was lots of potential on there though, and because I'm a bit of a geek, I like going onto these software things, and I have a good poke around, and there's workouts and dietary things, and it was interesting. So is that how a coach might communicate with a trainee? Or?
So we do. So we have the app we use is Wairarapa.
Yeah.
So Wairarapa is our booking app. It enables us also to post our workouts to you.
Yeah.
It means that you can see them the night before, which sometimes isn't a good thing because some people think, I don't like that one, so I'm not going to go to that class tomorrow. But other people do. They like to plan what's up the next day. You can, there's also a nutrition journal. So you can post your nutrition in there. You can make appointments with your coach. We also have the ability to communicate via email through that to you as well. So, and you can comment on other people's workouts. So you put your results in and someone else can give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down and all those kind of things. Yeah,
because there was also top women and top... Yeah. So there's like ranks on there and stuff.
So we have what we call a Wairarapa leaderboard. So ranking on your results that you put in will rank you for the day.
Yeah.
So for those people that really like the kind of... seeing where they're at within the classes for the day, it's a really good way of seeing that. And you'll have the 5:30 p.m. class being able to see what the 5:30 a.m. class did and then being able to try and work out how they're going to beat them.
Yeah.
So
is there that competition between classes as well? Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a bit of an edge on it. It's quite quite good fun.
Yeah. It's an understated edge. No one would admit to looking at everybody else's results, but everyone does. So, and we try and encourage people to put things in there because what it will do is will help you to know whereabouts you're at with, say, things like your weightlifting.
Yeah.
The only way that you're going to know that you've done better is if you've resulted it.
Yeah.
So
I did online diet plan once, and it held me accountable just each week. And even though it was online, it held me accountable.
Yeah.
And I used to laugh at the scolding emails you put
really?
you put some grams on, you naughty person. What have you done?
So, and that's the idea behind the booking system, is that it holds people accountable. So the idea was so that people could plan their week. They could book it in, and then if you didn't turn up, you cancelled, and we could hold you accountable to it.
Yeah.
Or your peers can too, because everybody can see who's coming and who's not.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's quite good. You get a little bit of an elbow if you haven't been for a while. And Ellen has been known to ring somebody at 5:30 a.m. and ask them where they are.
But that's sometimes what you need, because I'm not very good. I'm very self-motivated in a lot of areas, but I'm not very good at taking myself for a walk. I find it quite boring. And we've talked about this off air beforehand. I find it very boring walking on my own, even with the dog, because the dog can only say so many things to me, like woof. And it looks at me and it wants to go somewhere fast. It drags me. It's not pleasant. I need to go speak to Pip Dullabarker actually about that. Get it trained. But it's more fun doing it in that environment for me, and being held accountable is something that you need to have. I think some people need to have. Some people are very good and they can do it themselves.
Some people are very good and are very motivated and can get up at 4 a.m. in the morning and go and do something.
Do a run or something.
But some people just need that little bit of a push. And I think it just helps that you've got not only the coach holding you accountable, but your peers around you saying, I haven't seen you for a couple of weeks, or haven't seen you for a week, where have you been? So
yeah, that's right.
And it's not unknown for us to get messages from people saying, I won't be in class tonight because I've got this, or I'm on holiday, telling us what's going on in their lives. So
can you go and visit another CrossFit class in another part of the country? So
basically what happens is that once you attending CrossFit classes, you generally do what you call a fundamentals, which is what I said is doing the introductory sessions with your coach. They're called fundamental sessions. They take you through all the fundamental movements of CrossFit. So once another CrossFit box knows that you've done those, then you pretty much can drop in anywhere across New Zealand, or anywhere across the world.
And can they access the booking system?
Some people don't. We all have different booking systems.
Right, okay.
But the biggest thing is that you just ring them, you send them a message, and you say that you're from this CrossFit box. Can I do a drop in tomorrow? And they just
And have you been to a few of the other CrossFit?
We've been to a few in Sydney. Because we went over about a month ago to Sydney, so we dropped into a couple over there, and we've got really good relationships with the ones in the lower North Island, just because they're closer by. So you've got one in Palmy called CrossFit Mana, and of course our box that we originated from, so WAF CrossFit, which is in Porirua. There's a lot of boxes around where you just message them and they're like, yeah, sure, come along. You'll get the same kind of community environment and welcoming.
I was just going to ask that. Do you find that they're different in the way they approach it, or it's all the same across the board?
It's all the same across the board.
So you can go in there knowing that you're going to just get a similar kind of thing from. So that's good. So you can keep your fitness up if you wanted to.
Definitely.
Wherever you go.
Yep, definitely.
And is it a worldwide movement?
Yep, worldwide.
So even if you're going off to America?
Yep.
You can
everywhere.
drop in and
Thailand, Rarotonga, everywhere there's a CrossFit box nowadays. So there's a thing called the affiliate map on CrossFit.com, and all you do is you search where you're going and it will show you where there's a box within your area.
Fantastic.
I know.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Wow. So, you can keep it up. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yep.
You can keep it up as you go.
Keep it up.
Right, well, we're halfway through this show. I'm going to play some music now, just to this is what we do as well, because I'm a musician, and I'm going to play some music. I think it's about time. When Siri decides that she wants to do stuff, I've got to put my fingerprint on this thing. I love tech, me, she says. I love it. It's great. So let's find something to play. I was going to play something by Dirty Pixels, which is a pretty cool band. I think they're in my Kiwi Nikki's music. And I think I'm gonna play Transistor Lady by them, which is a pretty good song. Now I'm completely lost which thing I'm on. There we go. It's not my strong point on a Monday morning. CrossFit's cleared my head out. So here we go. Let's play this one.
I broke my back watching yours, and now a fleet of sheets are anchored on the floor. But she don't mind, 'cause she knows that when the time comes, I'll say that sometimes your friends fall in love. It's fine, but why's nothing happened to me? And it's the hardest part. I hold my hand up next to yours, and I can see how we are drawn to what's in front of us. But I don't mind as long as all of the affection, no, for me sees no inflection. But I guess we'll see. 'Cause sometimes your friends fall in love. It's fine, why is nothing good ever happened to me? And it's the hardest part. 'Cause you told me, baby, that nothing feels fun anymore. My transistor lady, a spacesuit won't make you feel warm.
Good morning, you're listening to 92.7 Arrow FM, and this is the Nothing Personal Show, hosted by me, Nikki King, and the show is sponsored by Hot Yoga for You in Kurapuni, and tonight, if you're a beginner, there's the Beginner's Blocks Yoga, so you can go along to the Beginner's Blocks Yoga and try it out, and it's $10, and it's at 7 o'clock, so I have been putting off going, but I need to get flexible. I've worked that one out, so I'm going to pop over to there. We're also sponsored by Fuzzbox Designs. That's my business. We do websites, graphics, and social media. We also do all sorts of other things like video and anything sort of digital and creative. We sort of love getting involved in your project, any project really. Anything that's interesting, we'll give it a go. We're not frightened of anything, really. That's my ethos. I give it all a go. If somebody asks you to do it, I even got in a play once.
Did you?
Did, yeah. That was, somebody said, oh, you look like you might make a good actor. And I was like, okay.
And were you?
Well, I auditioned for the play.
Yes.
I can't tell you whether I was good or not, but somebody didn't recognise me, so I guess that was probably okay.
Yeah.
Because I take that as like, if you recognise me, I'm not playing a character.
Right.
But I played a angry lesbian feminist called Phil. In a film called this, in a play called The Sex Fiend. So if you saw that, that was me. I axed a melon every night, and it went all over the front row. If I got you, I'm really sorry.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was a really good play actually. It was really good fun. So so that you do all these kind of weird things outside of your business, don't you?
Yes,
so you just got to take a bit of downtime. And I think the band was going a bit slower at that time.
Yeah,
we just took on a new drummer, so we were just trying to get him on board. So so I did a play.
Hey, why not?
I'll just do a play, yeah. Why not? I'll give it a go. It's like when somebody said, get a radio show. I went, yeah, let's give it a go. And still 20-odd shows in, now we're still here, and we're still interviewing all these amazing people in Wairarapa. So, so you lived in, where did you live before you come to Wairarapa?
So Wellington, Whitby.
So you're in Whitby?
Yeah, we were.
And you were in sort of fitness at that stage?
Yep, so I worked within a few gyms in Porirua.
Yep.
And managed a few, and then decided that I wanted to change, and that's when I studied nursing at Whitby Polytech.
Right.
Yeah, so, but we had always done something fitness orientated over the past 20 years.
I think, if you're that kind of person, it's like being a musician, isn't it? It's in you.
That's right.
And you have to keep yourself going. I don't find it a challenge to do anything musical. I just pick it up, and that's my mental health. Awesome. That's where it sits. And if I could earn money being a musician, that's where I'd be. But musicians don't earn much money unless you're dead famous. But I think fitness is probably like that.
I think so. And the thing about fitness is that you can do it anywhere and everywhere. And once you've become qualified, at least, you're recognised and you get a good following, and it becomes something that's just ingrained in you. So even though I took up nursing, there was still that part of me that still wanted the fitness side of it. Which is why opening the business was such a good balance, I guess.
And so you were working at Wairarapa Hospital?
So I work for the DHB. I work in the community with older adults. Which is great too, because I get to do my nursing as well as I then get to go and work with other people with fitness and nutrition. So
so you're balancing it all out.
Trying to.
That's a good thing. There's a lot of women who start off their business and they have a full-time job and a job, a full-time job that supports the business that it grows, because you can't really survive.
Scary.
Yeah, it is.
It's very scary.
It is.
Opening a business is scary, especially when you've got two teenagers who are they're your priority. If it was like me and Alan have said this many times, if it was just me and him, then we could live in a 1-bedroom place somewhere,
or even in the gym
if you wanted to, or even in the gym, exactly. But when you've got two teenagers that rely on you, they're your priority, and that makes it scary.
Yeah, that's right. So what was the spark that ignited you and said, we need a business?
I think it was made possible by moving here. Financially, because we both were working full time, it was let's open, and we want to do it because we want to help people in the community. We want to grow a community of like-minded people, and if it fails, it fails. We've still got jobs.
That's right.
We aren't going to lose our livelihood. And basically said to each other, we'll just have this amount of gear that we'll be able to put in our garage. And then, so we just took the leap of faith and just did it. Luckily, we've had amazing people become our members and help us grow. Our members have done some amazing things, from when we started, helped us paint, have built numerous amounts of things with us, when we started, we had nothing that was in there. There was no office. We had no rubber on the floor. We had, I think, 3 barbells, a little bit of weight, no paint on the walls, and we just said to them, look, this is what we're starting with. We're going to start organically, and we're just going to grow. And everything we earn, we put back into the gym. So we grew our business from basically the members putting things into the gym as well. And I think you find that with Wairarapa, that people in the community do get behind things. Definitely. So we try and support all our businesses that are locals as well. So from our coffee shops to our local coffee shops, you saw Sad Day. TNCC is generally the coffee shop that we go to on a Saturday morning for breakfast. Monique, whose parents own TNCC, is one of our members as well. So we've got a few people that have opened up their own businesses while being members, and so we try and support them as well, because there's nothing like supporting those around you as well. And it's so important, isn't it? Especially in a small area. It is very important. You just don't know who knows who around here. No. And everyone wants to help you. Yes. I think that's the biggest thing, is that if you put yourself out there, then it all comes back, and everyone just wants to help everybody. So, and I think as well in Wairarapa, I've been here 10 years now, but there is a big sport and fitness movement here. Definitely. People get behind. Hockey's a big thing, rugby's a big thing, soccer's a big thing. So there's lots of that going on. And I remember when I used to play hockey years ago. I'll get back to that though. You will get back to that. I played in the Masters games regionally. Oh, that was hard. Was it? I should have been doing CrossFit before I did that, because I was dead the next day. But that was a few years ago. And they built that pavilion. The community built the pavilion. Yeah. So the people do get behind things. They do. Here. And I think if you show that you're giving, then giving just comes back as well.
Exactly. It's such a cool environment. It's such a cool community. Yeah. I'm so glad to live in Wairarapa. Wairarapa. So what made you choose Wairarapa?
It was definitely the work-life balance, being able to come over here and have everything close by.
Yeah.
We were both lucky. Well, I was lucky to get a job over here as well.
Oh, right, yeah. So your job sort of brought you over.
Well, Alan moved over here first with his job. And then I finished my studying off while I was here, and then was lucky enough to get a job within the DHB.
Oh, nice.
If that wasn't the case, then it may have been a little bit harder to then have to try and travel over the hill.
Yeah.
But I think it just felt right. We came over and we thought, oh, it's going to be good for the kids.
Yeah, it's a nice place for kids.
Yeah, a nice place for them to grow up. They've met some really cool friends, and I think they're going to be their friends for forever and ever, you know. So it just, I think being in the country environment too, coming from the city, and it was just busy, to be able to come here and just breathe a little bit.
No traffic lights.
No traffic lights.
I just love that.
I know. And being able to walk from, one end of the town to the other.
Exactly.
It takes a little bit of time, but being able to do that. So it gave the boys a little bit more freedom about getting to trainings and not having to ferry them around all the time. Yeah,
my kids get on the scooter and off they go up to the skate park, and it's all it's relatively safe here. People go, but it is relatively safe.
When you're from the city or fast-paced place, this is amazing for the kids to be able to just get out and about.
Yeah, I was a bit like that when I came from the UK, because it's like really busy there, and you come over here and there's no traffic north of Masterton, you're like...
It's great.
Okay, there's no traffic. And that was going from being stuck on... My last experience of traffic in the UK was being stuck on the M25 near Heathrow Airport, so it's like going from that to this. Yeah. It was a big change, massive change. But this was beautiful, Wairarapa. I think it's just stunning skies and...
Everything's just so fresh. It's just fresh. Yeah. We do we go over to the city every now and then you come over the hill and it's like you've just gone, taking a big sigh. It's like you're on holiday all the time.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that you just felt right, because I think that was how it was for us. We started out in Upper Hutt, and we spent six months there, and but the first week we came over, we bought a car and just followed wherever it was we picked a place on the signpost, said Masterton, like, right, let's go there. Yeah. Drove the car. I didn't realise we were going to go over a big hill, but we did. I was driving. And it was me that held up the people to 30.
Going like 30 kilometres up the hill. Oh my gosh.
But coming over the other side and you see it open up.
Yeah.
And then you drop into Featherstone and this is it. You're sold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful place.
Even in winter, as much as it's cold, it's just... You never beat a day on winter where it's clear. You just got that crisp air.
And the snow on the mountains.
And there's snow on the mountains.
I know, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd never go back to where I came from, I tell you.
No.
Yeah. So, so I'm trying to think of something interesting now. I'm stumped after thinking about Wairarapa. Yeah. Such a beautiful place. So, gosh... So if they wanted to come and, if somebody was interested in coming to your CrossFit class, how would they get in touch with you?
The best way is just to send us a message. So we have our CrossFit Manaia Facebook page, which we post quite a few things on. We do try and post videos about what we're doing. If we've got events that we've been to or we've held at the box, then Alan does little videos and puts them on there. Best way to do it is to send us a message through that. You could send us an email as well. Just inquiring as to what you're looking at. Maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, and either if you've done CrossFit before or not. And then we can sort of assess from there. We tend to try and tell people to come in and do what we call a no sweat intro, where you come in and we just have a chat for about 15 or 20 minutes. You can see what's going on, meet us, because sometimes people come in and they go, oh, it's just not for me. That's cool.
But they might be better off at a gym or something,
or it's just not their time.
That's right.
So that's the best way. We can give you some advice about what's the best thing to do.
It's interesting you say that it's just not your time. I think that's very true. I think you have to be in the right frame of mind at the right time, in the right mindset with the right people.
Yeah.
And then it all clicks.
I think so. And I don't think no matter who you are, how great a coach you are, or a great environment that you're in, if you're not ready to make those changes yet, it's not your time.
No, that's right.
And it's just the way it is.
Because in the past, I have lost weight. Before I came to New Zealand, I lost a lot of weight. I was down to a size 12. I was quite skinny.
Yeah.
I got right down, but as I say, I put it back on.
Yeah.
I think in hindsight, perhaps before I went to play hockey, because I died the first game I went to, I should have done something like CrossFit where I leveled up my fitness, because I'd lost weight but I hadn't got fit.
Right. Yeah.
Losing weight isn't getting fit.
No.
And the first game killed me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't realise how low you have to get on turf to play hockey.
I can imagine.
You're down, your back a lot. I was like, oh, man. I was dead. It was me thinking I was 18, when the last time I played hockey. And I was like 30-something, and I was just like dead.
Yeah.
I can remember it now. Yeah, it's like 3 days I didn't move.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think it's a good way to gain your fitness. Is it for a sport, would you say?
Yeah.
If you wanted to go back?
We call it GPP, so General Physical Preparedness. So basically getting you prepared for anything. Anything, whether it be you want to get back into sports, whether or not you've been a runner and you want to get back into running. So I'm not a runner. It's probably one of the things that I distaste the most.
Yeah.
But I ran a 10K last week, just over an hour at the Wellington run.
Oh, nice.
And
Good work.
I had done one 15-minute run leading up to that. So it just shows you that it will prepare you for lots of things.
Yeah.
It's not just preparing you for a CrossFit class. It's preparing you for lots of things. So we've got people that do mountain biking.
Yeah.
We've got one of our members who's actually training for the Iron Māori.
Yeah.
And so he uses CrossFit for the strength-based training and the sprint work, and then does his other stuff as well.
Yeah.
So it's a broad range of helping you from day to day, but also for those people that want to improve their other sports outside of here. Yeah.
And so you're saying that you've got a community going on there, and you was mentioning social events.
Yes.
Do you do many of those?
We try to, yes.
Oh, nice.
So it's probably more on the lines of the ladies doing a little bit more social events.
That's always the way.
Yeah, always the way. So we went to the Women's Lifestyle Expo yesterday with a group of ladies from the gym. This week we've got a ladies' night dinner. We do things like if people have got competitions going, then we generally all go. Those that can get away go, because generally the competitions are out of Wellington.
Yeah.
We do, as we said, breakfast every Saturday. If there's any kind of community events like the Around the Vines run, we did a whole big group run there, dressed up and
that's good fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I played not last year, but the year before.
Oh, wow.
We played it was one of the bands, because there's a band at each station.
Yeah.
And that was such good fun.
It was very cool.
Every time people came past, we got a drink of wine.
Yeah.
So we were like, we were well
the
oiled
wine might
by
have
the
been a
end of
good
it.
thing.
Going to play this trumpet. Oh, no.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant day out.
Yeah, so we do try and jump into involvements like that. We've had, we've done the food drive where we've just run the streets and helped get canned food and stuff. So, yeah, it's just getting ourselves out there into the community as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. And so, have you got any sort of message that you'd give to another woman starting a business? Because you were saying, it's a big step. Well, how could you inspire someone?
I think the biggest thing is just to do it. Yeah. I think you just have to. If you have an urge or a drive or a passion to do something, then I think just to take the leap of faith and just do it. Do your pros and cons and see what the pros are and what's the worst thing that can happen. But I think the best way is just to dive in and give it a go. People out in the community are out there ready to help you, and all you have to do is kind of put yourself out there, and people are willing to give their little bits of help and time, and but a biggest part of it is time management.
Yeah.
Just trying to juggle.
It is quite hard, isn't it? It's and especially doing all those things. And if you're a busy person, I tend to be quite busy, juggling it all. That really sort of appeals to me, your 5:30 class. It's in the morning because it's a good time to get up and contemplate and do something and prepare yourself for the day. And it
sets you up for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Because we do 5:30, you finish by 6:30. I don't start work until 8, so it gives me a good chance to go home and prepare myself and get myself ready for the rest of the day. And then you've done your exercise, your head's open, you haven't just rolled out of bed and gone to work, and caffeine is your friend.
Yeah, it is your friend.
It's your friend.
Before I came on this morning, I actually had a shot of Eddie Henrad's coffee from last week, who was on my show last week. I had a double shot espresso before. So this is why I'm like this today, because I had a double shot of Cuban Eddie.
Wow.
The Cuban is lovely. My husband and boy love it too. Sam, my coffee addict son. But yeah, I think it is. And I used to I have done things. I used to cycle with a friend in the morning at 5:30. It was a very good time to get up when I was playing hockey.
Yep.
I decided I did need to get some fitness.
Yeah.
When the back gave in.
Yeah.
So I used to cycle. And that was competitive. It got quite competitive in the end.
Yeah, see? I can see it coming.
I could go faster than my friend on her bike. And we got up at 5:30 and we cycled with lights and high vis and all that. And it was just a good way to set yourself up for the day.
Winter's hard. If you can get through winter, then summer is easy.
Yeah, that's right.
But, winter's hard.
And I'm just here trying to find the post that has got all the women's news on it, and it's completely disappeared off here. So if you sent me some news, I'm really, really sorry. I can't find it. But you guys, I know that there were some people. Platter had a big. I remember that one. But the grazing platters look amazing. Platter had a big long, and they did I think it was a dinner for clients that they did, potential clients last night. Adie's always doing something good. She's always got something going on. So if you pop over to martygirl.com, she's always got some really interesting stuff happening in her business. Here we are, Marketing Monday. Let's have a look at the comments. So if you go over and join the Wairarapa Women in Business, if you've got a business, you can put on this post what's going on in your business, and I'll give it a shout out here on a Monday morning. So they hosted a potential clients dinner last night. It was really good. You can go onto Platter's Facebook page and have a look at that. Belinda, she's working on a wedding client magazine. So, if you wanted to get wedding photos done, give Belinda Pratt a message, and she might even send you one of her wedding client magazines so you can have a look at what she's up to. At the moment, I'm going to be speaking at 3 Mile on the 25th of July, 10 Facebook Essentials for Business. I think that's what it's called. So I'll be going through 10 things that you should be considering about Facebook, and going through insights and marketing and the algorithm and all those interesting things. I can see your eyes glassing over it while you're sat at home there. But if you are doing Facebook marketing, there's lots of things you can do to improve your chances of being seen on Facebook. And I'd like to thank Shari Smith and Hot Yoga for You for believing in this show and sponsoring us and just being there when we need you. And if you want to go over and do a beginner's class, it's tonight at 7 p.m. and that's $10. And she's got lots and lots of other classes. You can book online at hotyogaforyou.co.nz. She's got an online booking system now, and an events page. So any events that are going on at the studio will be going up on the website, and the timetable's on there as well. So if you pop over to Hot Yoga for You, you can see. And CrossFit Mania, we can see all your classes on the Facebook, can we?
Yep. So there's a timetable link on there as well. So you've got 5:30 a.m, 5:30 p.m, and then 7:30 a.m. on a Saturday. Yeah,
which is a good class. I did that this week. So thank you for asking me to come.
That's all right. Thank you for coming.
It was just and up until I had to announce it on Facebook that I was going. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
So I stuck my stake in the ground and said I was going to go, and I did, and I didn't die, and it's fabulous. I think everybody should go and give it a go. Especially if you want a good supportive environment and that sort of thing works for you. So thank you for being a fabulous guest.
Oh, thank you for having me on here.
No, it's fabulous. Come on again. And
maybe we'll get Alan on next.
Yes, Alan, you're going to be on the show. Okay. Yeah, I know you're telling me that you don't do this, but you will, and I will make you talk. Like you make me run. I will do that. Okay. So next week you can tune in. I have got Marie Claire from 3 Mile on next week. So that was going to be a fabulous show because she's got lots of interesting things to say. So tune in next week and see Marie Claire from 3 Mile on Nothing Personal. So you've been watching and listening to Nothing Personal on 92.7 Arrow FM and Wairarapa TV. And it's been hosted by me, Nikki King, and sponsored by Hot Yoga for You and Fuzzbox Designs. We'll see you next week, and I'll leave you with a bit of this.